Hi everyone, this is Denise Gray, your Councilwoman of the 6th District. This is Denise Gray, your Councilwoman for the 6th District.
I'm wearing my trusty yellow raincoat
With Officer
Boyle and Bishop.
and
Officer Winters and Houston.
July the 29th, 2025, Denise Gray Day in Lexington.
No, that's
Thank
With your host, 6th District Councilwoman Denise Gray.
I ran to become the 6th District City Councilwoman because it's in my heart to be a purpose for the community and to be of service. I saw that my district that I grew up in needed adequate representation where the leaders thought of them. My road as being a council member was not what it should have been. People that I depended on to keep me lifted up were actually my residents, the residents of my district, who finally had someone that truly cared about them, and they felt the love that I have for them, because every single thing that I've done while being a council member was because I love them. I love them, and I think about the difficulties that they deal with every single day. Every single day I think of them. And when the residents of the 6th District saw that I was not being treated as I should as a council member, so many of them called just to say, "Hi, Councilwoman," or "Hi, Denise," because many of them just call me Denise in the 6th District, which I love. They see me as a real person. So many of them called to say hello and thank you for all the work that you're doing. We even had some residents who sent me flowers. Those residents, the people that I proudly represented every single day since taking office, they are the people who lifted me higher. Also, as a council member, I had a couple of colleagues who held me up when I had difficult times. Council member Shayla Lynch, who was my friend even before serving alongside of her. But the shocker was meeting council member Dave Savigny, whose district is as opposite from mine as can be. And he is now my friend, and I consider him to be my older brother. So I'm thankful for those relationships and the relationships of many that I met through my work here as a council member. I believe the 6th District has changed in that now people know that their council member should be communicating with them on a regular basis, that they are able to call their council member and get a direct response, either from the council member or the legislative aide. I know, and I've heard from several residents in our district who now are engaged more with local government because of the newsletters that I've been sending out. I know that more of our residents are engaged because of the grant information I have been putting out. They've been applying. We have had residents, neighborhood associations, and HOAs apply for grants at awesome rates that we have never seen before. My most important or most lasting effect of policy that was passed here in the city of Lexington was the Crown Act ordinance. So many within Lexington who don't live my life or live the life that's similar to many African Americans here in Lexington don't understand how much we were judged not receiving jobs, not receiving opportunities due to the fact that what our hair looks, how our hair naturally grows from our head. And just establishing that law here in the city of Lexington and having 100% of my colleagues to say no longer will we allow race-based hair discrimination in Lexington, no more. One of the first many things I did as councilwoman is that I initiated some free summer fun in the 6th district, where I wanted families to be able to come together and watch movies together, to have food truck nights and do activities together. And since coming through COVID, I felt that we were slightly disconnected from one another as before COVID hit. And I just wanted to bring some activities in our district where we can all come together and be safely with one another and get to know our neighbors that we've lost contact with. When I became a city council member here, I initiated the Youth in Government Day. The Youth in Government Day is near and dear to my heart in that we opened up this government center to the youth. And I wanted to make sure they knew this government center belongs to them. They, at whatever age they are, middle school, high school, even elementary school, you can lead in your community. You can lead in our community. You can talk to the leaders. You can talk to the elected officials. They have that power. And I'm hoping that they understand right now how much power they have and how much hope they bring to me. Being a member of Lexington's Urban Council has changed me. I'm not the same person that I was when I became a councilwoman here in the 6th district. I learned that I'm exactly who I always thought I was. I learned that at times when you're right, you must stand alone. And you must stand alone and you must find your strength and you must rely on your relationship with God. I stood alone. I took a lot of heat that I did not deserve. I believe that every single thing that I do, it must be within my purpose. And I won 2 times to become the councilwoman of this district, to make the hard decisions, to speak loud, boldly, and be unapologetically myself because of those hardships. And because I knew that people were watching me, people who had been sexually assaulted, because how I was treated, told me they would not come forward. And not on my watch, not on my watch. So every single day when news was out about what was done to me, that should have never been something that was confidential, that was wrongly made public. It did damage. It did damage not only to the people who are now refusing to come forward and protect themselves. It did damage to me emotionally. And as someone that was born and raised in Lexington, I didn't know if this was my place anymore. As I go into my next chapter, I take a lot from this chapter with me, in that you must always be yourself, even when it's hard. You must always speak up, even when it's hard. And it is important to stay in your purpose, not anyone else's purpose. To be a people pleaser is to be tired all the time. Stay in your purpose and do the work that I'm here for. That is the lesson that I'm taking in. I want to be remembered as someone who was kind, who was not to be played with, because she cared so much about the people she represented and the work that she produced. I want to be remembered as someone who loved our youth, who worked nonstop to make sure they knew that they had a place. I want to be remembered as a council member that made a way for people who weren't always here because they're busy working. And so when you're not here, you're typically forgotten. So I want to be remembered for being someone that spoke up for people who weren't there. I believe going forward, Lexington needs to be intentional about ensuring that everyone has a place. We must be intentional about ensuring that people who do not speak English have a way to get that information. We must be intentional every single step of the way to be as inclusive as possible. We must make sure that our boards and commissions are equitable, that we don't just have people from one district, that we want to make sure that we have people who speak different languages. We want to make sure we have people of different walks of life. I'm hopeful that anyone that comes after me as council member for the 6th District, that they continue the work of being there for the people. It is important that our residents know that you're there to serve, be of service to them. It is important for our youth to know that you care about them. So I'm hopeful that whoever comes after me, of the long line of people who will come after me, that they will remember that the importance of our youth, the importance of diversity, the importance of inclusion. All those things are important, and our differences make us better. To any Black woman, Latin woman, Latina, Middle Eastern woman, Asian woman, to any woman, period, considering stepping up to lead, do it. Do it if it is in your purpose. Do it even if you're scared. Do it even if you don't think you have all the answers, because guess what? I did not have most of the answers. But the great thing is that we have great resources. And we women lead every single day in our homes, in our neighborhoods, in our churches, in our schools. Why not lead down here and make Lexington a better place? You can do it. Thank you, residents of the 6th District, for choosing me 2 times. 2 times you chose me, and I chose you each time. I want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Residents, I want you to know that you deserve someone as your council member who's here for you every single day. I mean, it's not easy being a council member. We don't get paid much, but you still deserve someone who will work, who will come see you and be there for you and for our community when you ask them to be there. So thank you for choosing me 2 times, and thank you for believing in me and supporting me. And as always, see you soon.